Recently I did an unboxing and demonstration of the expansion pack that you can get for the Alesis Strata Prime electronic drum kit. Today is a tutorial for how to set everything up with the rack and then also how to set it up through the module. If you want to see everything that is included in the expansion pack, check out the unboxing video that I mentioned before, which I'll link in the description below. But the first thing that we want to look at is the extended middle arm bar that goes on the front of the rack. This extended arm is going to expand the front of the kit out by about a foot, which will allow us to have the extra room that we need to run the 3 rack toms, now that we've got 2 floor toms with the additional 14-inch auxiliary drum that we get included with the expansion pack. In order to switch out the 2 front bars, we're going to need to dismantle the entire kit and then basically build it from scratch. So step 1 will be to unplug all of the drums, remove the module from the kit just to keep everything nice and safe, and then dismantle everything so that we can switch out the extended arm with the smaller one. What I'm really loving about the construction of this kit, and a lot of modern kits if I actually think about it, is these special brackets here. Instead of having to take everything off and slide them on and then tighten them up, they've got this little clamp bit so that you can just open them up and close them onto each of the arms, which is really clever. One more tom-tom to do, and I might move the hi-hat and snare out of the room just to have some more space to work with. The drum kit has been disassembled, so we can now start rearranging the rack. All we need to do to switch this smaller arm out with the extended one is loosen off these 4 bolts, pull it out. I might rest both of these on the bed and then just connect them up again. Let's do a quick little comparison. It's almost twice the size, and I've done a little bit of guesstimation. Looks like the tom-toms are going to fit quite comfortably, and that is what we're going to start with. We're going to put on each of the tom-toms, and I might go floor toms first and then work my way up. I'm happy with where I've put the tom-toms at the moment. I'll probably be making more adjustments as we go through in this video, and I definitely will be making more adjustments after I sit down and actually play with the full setup. But for now, I think I'm quite happy with the way that they are. What we're going to do is grab the hi-hat and put it here, and then we might even also add my ride. Put my ride back in just over there, and then we'll work out what I want to do with the main cymbals. After the big 18-inch cymbals are in, we'll then figure out where to put the smaller ones. So hi-hat, ride, and then we'll figure out the cymbals a little bit later. Hi-hat and the ride cymbal are back where they used to be, and I'm quite happy with that. That worked out perfectly. All I've got to do now is work out where to put the rest of the cymbals. Now, on the original layout of the kit, I had a main crash here and then a secondary main crash on the other side of the ride, and I'd like to replicate that again, but this time with using the 18-inch cymbals. So we're going to have hi-hat, big crash, big ride, big crash. I was contemplating on having one of the smaller cymbals on the other side of the big crash that we're going to put on that side of the kit, but it doesn't fit. I won't be able to walk this way through my room, which means we are going to have hi-hat, big crash, small crash, ride, big crash. Let's set that up. Once it's ready, we'll probably plug everything in, do some cable management, and then we can move over and have a look at the module. The module has already got preset sounds for the expansion pack, so my new cymbals and the new tom-tom have all got sounds already assigned to them. Factory kit number 1 on the module is called New York Maple, which sounds like this. The new sounds are this. Not the most exciting sounds, but they are sounds nonetheless. You may have noticed that as I played the 5th tom-tom, our auxiliary drum, that there was some crosstalk issues between it and the cymbal. Now all that means is that as I played this tom-tom, all the vibrations caused by me playing it has ran through the tom-tom, through the rack, and then been picked up by the sensors in the cymbal, causing it to activate. So I've hit the drum, but the cymbals have also made a slight noise. To fix this issue, all we need to do is go to the trigger settings on the module, and then after we've selected each of the drums that we want to work on, we go to the Learn X Talk function in the top right hand corner of the module. This is going to ask you to do two things. First of all, we're going to hit every single zone of the cymbal or drum, depending on what you've chosen. So for your cymbals, we have got 1, 2, and 3 zones. For your drums, we have got the main head of the drum, then we've got your rim shot, which is rim alongside the head of the drum, and then just your normal rim hit. And second, it's going to ask you to hit each of these 3 zones on either the cymbals or the drums at full velocity, which just means to hit it as hard as you can. Don't break the thing, but, use a relative amount of force. While we're here looking at the module, I'll just quickly show you what I've done in terms of the tuning of each of the toms to now suit for the 5 tom-toms. So my first rack tom is using this, second, third, fourth, and then the 5th one as well. Just really quickly, that is going to be essentially my benchmark for how to tune the rest of the toms. They might not work the same way for the mahogany toms or something like that, so I need to sort of play it by ear. But at the moment, this seems to work pretty well, and I like the way that everything is tuned and the rundown that I can get while playing the In the Air Tonight fill. When I first got the kit, I actually made a tutorial that looked at how to use the Strata Prime module. And in this tutorial, I made a whole little section dedicated just to the Learn X Talk function. So if you want a more in-depth look at how to do all of your crosstalk settings, check out that video. But for now, I'm actually going to completely reset the module and then redo all of my crosstalk settings, because of course I got the new rack and all of my kit has been completely rearranged. So the original settings that I had are basically redundant, they're not useful anymore. So to do so, I'm going to completely reset the module. Stay tuned for a video where we do that, because I'm absolutely fed up with the trigger issues, and we'll see if they are fixed after resetting the module and then running through all the things that I've been doing for the last 6 months all over again. So we'll see. Stay tuned for that video. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you later.